Good day everyone. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create your first database using SQL Server as database management system. By the way, if you don't have SQL Server installed in your computer, please I would advise you to go through my channel. I already published a video entitled how to download and to install SQL Server. I will also put a link below the description so that if you want it, you can just click on the link, and that link will direct you straight to the video that I already published explaining how to download and to install SQL Server. So now, without further ado, let me take you through that. The first thing to do, I'm going to launch my Microsoft SQL Server Management System. Just going to double click on it. So once Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio is launched, I'll just click on Connect. All right, so it is connected. So the first thing to do is I want to create a database. I'm just going to reduce this window here. I have to go to my file and create a new folder. I'm going to put that folder here. So let me quickly create a new folder. I'll call that folder project. All right, projects. Then I double click on it. I'm also going to create another folder which I will name database. Sorry. Okay. Now that I'm done creating my folder, let me close it. So I'll get back to SQL Server. So here I'll come where it says database, databases. I'm going to select it and then I right click on it and then I'll go to new database. It is going to give me a dialog box here. So here's the box I was talking about. So let me name the database that I'm about to create here. So I would call this database, how do I call it? Project, for instance. All right, this is the name of my database. Then I have to slide to the right here so I can specify the file or the location where I want my database to be logged or my database to be saved. Okay, so remember we have already created a folder which we've named project. That is where I want to save my database. So I'll come here where there is this little box in which there is 3 points. I'll click on it, then there will be another dialog that will appear here, giving me all the paths where I can choose in order to save my database. So remember, I created a folder under the disk named C. So I'm just going to expand it and then look for a uh, a folder which I named project where it is. Here it is. So I'm going to double click on it. Let me explain. Okay, all right. And under the project, there is another folder which I named database. This is the one. So I'll select that folder and then I'll come to OK, then OK. You just have to wait for a while. Okay, so for now the database is created. But to make sure that this database exists, I'm just gonna come back to databases. I right click on it and then I come on refresh. So I think now the system has been refreshed and then I'll come all the way around. I'm going to expand this small sign here. You see now, this is the list of the databases which I have already created into my Microsoft Server Management System. But remember, the database we want to work on is the one that is named project because this is the one that we just created. So if I try to explain here, then I came to table. They want to be any table so far because I haven't created any table so far, all right? But you know, a database without a table is something useless because you can't make use of it. Let me go for creating a table for this database. So I have to expand it, and under the name of the database I have to work on, this is the database that we just created. I'll come all the way around and select where it says table, and then I right click on it. I have to come to new. You slide it all the way around from left to the right, then you come to table, you click on it. So it's going to give you another box, another window, which will help us to do the job. So I have to make use of these columns in order to create the informations that I want to be found into my database, or to create the fields that has to be in my database. So first of all, the field that I want to write here, I will name it username. Sorry, I go to enter. That means I have to go to the next line or the next column. So I'll name this one password. Enter. So let me now determine the data type that I want for this particular field here. Sorry, the system is just crashed a bit, but now it's fine. Because it is about a username might be long. So nvarchar 10, it's very small. This one is going to prevent me from typing a username which has more than 10 letters. But I don't want it to be limited in that way. I would prefer it to be nvarchar maximum, because a a username might have 50 or more than 50 character or more than 50 letters. So that's why I'll go for nvarchar maximum. And then as for password, I'll also go for nvarchar maximum. So I don't want this field to be empty. That is why I'm not going to allow nulls here. By leaving this um, little box checked, that means that uh, I can save blank informations into my database. That is why you can see it's already pre-checked, but I don't want blank information into my database. That is the reason why I have to uncheck this checkbox. Okay, so far it's fine. I think I'm fine with these two fields here. I'm just going to click on file, and then I come to save all. It will give me possibility of renaming my database. There we go. Not the database, but actually the table I want to work on. Okay, so by default it will say table underscore 1, but I don't want it to be like this. I want to name it as tb underscore or hyphen, let's say user. Why TB? TB is the prefix that I use to specify that this is the table that is going to be handling the user. All right, that's the reason why I name it TB users. So it's the table that you will be dealing with the users. I'm okay with that. I'm going to come to click on OK. So that table has been created. Okay, I can just leave and then reduce this here. Let me try to refresh again. So if I come back, I select the name of my database, which is project. I expand it. Then I came to table. I expand it. There we go. This is the table that we just created. But I can also expand it to see the value that are inside. If I go to columns, it gives me the fields that are inside my database, that are inside my table. I just created two fields. The first one was named username, the second one password. So I can also check it in this way. I select the table which I have to work on. I go right click, then I come to select top 1000 rows. It is going to display the value of my table that I just created. There we go. So this is my database that I just created, which is empty so far. We have username and password. I can do that, or I can also check it this way. Right click, then I come to edit top 200 rows. You can see here. So my database up to now it's empty. There's no information on username and on password. So guys, this is how you go about creating a very simple but a full working database. Thanks a lot guys. This was the purpose of this video. As I said, it is about creating your first simple but full working database, okay? Using Microsoft SQL Server as database management system. So if you like this video, please, I would ask you to subscribe on my YouTube channel. That is the only way you're going to encourage me to do more in this. So thanks a lot, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.